Ayun, so what's up, Team Bear? Bear again, back with another daily prep. So today is March 21, 2024, and dami tayong magandang need i-discuss, no? Most especially yung Fed meeting yesterday and yung Fed interest rate decision. At the same time, yung mga sinabi ni JPow kanina, no? Kaninang 2 a.m. Philippine time. So, ayun, the market is actually rallying, no? So, nag-breakout na siya sa 15-day range niya, sa 15-bar range niya. So, mukhang papunta na siya dito sa upper range ng uptrending channel natin. Most likely, pinaka main target na natin yan is around 530. So, malaking runway ng S&P 500 natin. So, a clear breakout, yun lang, we are lacking some volume yesterday, no? But actually, it is actually a good sign na nag-hold yung market above the point of control 2 days before the Fed meeting and Fed interest rate decision. So may clear buyers ka na nag-step in and defending prices, no, of our S&P 500. So ayun, first step ng pre-market prep is looking at the main indices. So dito tayo sa S&P 500 muna. So at the big picture, S&P 500 is on an early stage markup, approaching our 1618 target, which is at around 540. Sabihin natin 550, no, for round number sake or para lang madaling matandaan. So 540, 550 is the next resistance level or the next profit taking level from this big accumulation base, no? Since 2022 nag-base yung S&P 500 natin, a clear breakout of that, we're almost rallying for many weeks. Out of 20 weeks, halos 3 weeks lang yung down, 3 to 4 weeks lang yung down, no? For the past 20 weeks. So, a clear uptrend, a good clear uptrend yung S&P 500 natin. So, recently, for the past few days, we saw a leading signal for a correction or a big pullback, no? Which is this support trend line breakdown of the RSI, no? Our RSI for our S&P 500. So right now, this pre-market, the S&P 500 is up 0.52%, up ng around 2.71 points. So next is our Qs. So our Qs is slightly below or actually still below this uptrend line, this support trend line of this uptrending channel. So same with our S&P 500, our Qs is still on an early stage markup. Ang pinaka main target natin for the Qs is at around 534. For our Nasdaq and DX, nasa around 20k round number area. So ako personally, Qs na lang yung tignan natin since ito yung pinaka since the Qs is actually tradable, no, all in all. So right now, looking at the daily ranges or this immediate trading range, no, so this is almost a 20-day range, no? 20-bar range since Feb 21, Feb 22. Since this NVDA earnings gap, no? This is the NVDA earnings release gap, no, of the Qs. So, right now, still strong, still holding this trading range right now, breaking above the 50% of this trading range, no? So, looking at the volume profile, the market profile, right now, it's above the point of control, no, of this trading range. So this is a significant development for our Qs. It's a bullish sign kahit na medyo may may onting kapos, medyo kapos lang tayo sa volume yesterday. But same thing with the SPY na nagkaroon siya ng support trendline breakdown, nag-recover siya. So this is actually a bullish signal, no? So an RSI bear trap, no, is actually a strong bullish signal for me, no, in my system. So I'm expecting for the Qs to have a clear break above 450 for 440 pala muna, 445 muna. So right now pre-market, the Qs is up 0.84%, up ng 3.73 points, no. So gapping up and about to break out of this significant swing high. The swing high of this trading range, of this immediate trading range. So right now, bear bias or bear case for the Qs is if it closes below 435 or around 430, that's gonna be a bad signal for the Qs. Same with the SPY, no? If the SPY closes below, again, dito sa trading range, no? So, yung SPY natin, may established trading range tayo dito, no? For 10 days, 10 to 15 days. If it reverts back dito sa trading range, that's a strong sign that this is a bull trap. So right now, key level, support level, as long as 510, 511 is still holding or will hold if ever the bull trap comes, okay pa naman yung S&P 500 natin. But high probability scenario for our main index, the SPY and the Qs is may follow-through momentum time experience dahil na rin sa mga recent developments na nangyari kaninang 2 a.m. No? So very dovish notes coming from Fed Chair JPow. So right now our small caps also counter rallying after this multi-day decline. So this is a clear bull trap, no? For last week, this is a clear bull trap na I was expecting na mag-crash din talaga yung market. I mean, not crash, but a deep correction for the market, no? But the 200 held for the IWM, the Russell 2000 ETF. And right now, re-breaking or invalidating this bull trap, no? Which is a bearish signal. So right now, if this bearish signal gets invalidated, that's gonna be good for the small caps, no? So, pwedeng mag-re-break or mag-clear breakout ulit siya dito sa accumulation trading range natin. So the IWM, the small cap index, small cap benchmark for my community, may great potential siya actually, no, for position plays and swing plays right now. With the knowingly that nag-hold tong 200 level, you have your higher lows and right now about to re-break 208 level, no? 207, 280 area. So, looking good for our small caps, our mid caps, also on an early stage markup, no? So, since 2021, since Q4 2021, nag-range lang yung MDY natin and right now, a clear breakout of that and nag-rally, no, for many weeks. Dahil na rin sa SMCI rally. Then, right now, for the past 2 weeks, nagkaroon lang ng onting correction, nag-create ng bull flag. Then right now, re-breaking or about to re-break 545. This recent swing high. Ang swing high na to. Yan. So, magandang nag-hold yung MDY sa point of control of this trading range, no? Yung trading range since the all-time high breakout noong Feb 22. So, looking good for our main indices, the mid-caps, small-caps, Qs, and SPY. One thing to watch for right now is the small-caps, no? So, if mauna yung small-caps na mag-decline, usually kasi pag mahina yung small-caps after Fed meetings, after Fed interest rate decisions, that's a clear signal that we will have a bull trap na may experience, no? So, pwedeng ma-fade yung market, pwedeng magkaroon ng deep correction since the IWM or the small cap index or small cap benchmark natin is really interest rate sensitive, no? So, right now, looking good. For now, we shall see later at the open, no? And the coming weeks. Okay, so hindi naman natin titingnan yung mga volatility structures niya. But looks like mag-resist ulit siya dito sa 210, 211 area for our small caps. So next, sige, before I proceed dito sa ano natin, sa segment, sectors, and whatnot, no, to discuss yung Fed interest rate and Fed meeting kanina, it was really a dovish tone coming from the Fed meeting or coming from Chair JPow, no. So main points, point number 1, yung 2% inflation rate target remains the same. No, madami nag-expect na i-revise nila to 3%, 2.5% yung inflation rate target, but hindi naman nangyari yun. 2% pa rin yung main target. But ayun, another main point na coming from the Fed meeting, coming from JPow, sinabi niya na yung strong hiring or stronger labor market won't make the Fed to change rate cut stance or even delay rate cut. So that's a good sign that kahit na malakas yung labor market, or if lumakas yung labor market, uh, they won't delay rate cuts, no? So yun yung medyo doon kabado yung market right now, since meron kang nice NFP reports. Medyo pangit lang yung recent unemployment data, no? Pero looks like we still have a strong labor market. And yun yung kinakatakot ng market recently, na baka pag gumanda lalo yung labor market and whatnot, magkaroon ng delay on rate cuts, or even baka magkaroon pa ng rate hikes. So another main point coming from Chair JPow, yung hot inflation data nung January were as expected daw, no? Parang shinrug off niya lang yung hot inflation data, and normal lang daw na magkaroon ng bumpy path toward the 2% target. Fourth main point is yung updated dot plot gives out a median of 3 rate cuts this year, no? So ito yung dot plot natin looking at the Fed Watch tool. So halos 4.5% yung end of year target, no? Ito yung median target. So 2025 target is at around 3.5. So further rate cuts on 2025, depende pa rin yan syempre sa changes in inflation, employment data, and whatnot. So right now, ang pinaka-importante is meron pa ring rate cut and they won't delay it. So yun yung main point. Kaya rin nag-celebrate yung market. And yung 3 rate cuts is as expected by the market. Hindi siya yung tipong 1 rate cut lang, 2 rate cuts, ganun. So recently kasi yun yung pinaprice ng market, yung 3 rate cuts. So yun din yung sinabi and kinonfirm ni Chair JPow and dun sa Fed meeting kanina. Lastly, one of the most important points din kanina on the Fed meeting and sinabi ni Chair Pao is yung economic projection na mas mataas siya, no? Or the economic projection states that they are expecting higher growth this coming year or this coming quarters. So parang lumalabas na they're not expecting a recession. No recession is expected and a soft landing is actually expected by the Fed. So ayun. So clear, super dovish data, kaya bullish din siya for risk assets. Kahit gold nag-rally, no? So looking at the Dow, also rallying, making new all-time high. Nasa 2.2k na right now. Medyo may onting fade ka lang dito sa 200% target coming from this base, but ayun, a clear breakout after this continuation structure. So same with the gold trust, no? Spider Gold Trust also pre-market printing new all-time high, about to gap up this open, no? 0.93% up, 1.88 points. So ganda, no? If you're trading via IBKR, you can buy GLD na lang, no, instead of buying gold on its own. So mga gold proxy trades. So ayun, that's GLD, that's our market. Same with the BTC USDT, no? Nag-rally yesterday, halos in-engulf na din yung malaking red candle, strong selling candle no March 19. In-engulf niya. So high probability that the crypto markets will continue its rally. So knowingly that yung Bitcoin halving is at around April 29 pa naman, may pricing in state pa yan, or pricing in phase pa. Nasa pricing in phase pa yung Bitcoin natin. So usually kasi after the Bitcoin halving, may onting sell on news event ka or sell on news pressure, no? But so far, right now, technicals wise, a nice retest of the previous all-time high trading range. So ito yung distribution range nung bulltrap, nung 2021, December 2021. So you can consider this as a trading range. You can consider 62k as your strong support area, and na-validate naman yan yesterday. So that's a good sign. Recent developments, parang may mga gagawin yung BlackRock on tokenization of a new fund. So parang may injection of 10 billion USD for that crypto fund or something like that. That's a good signal for the crypto markets as well. So same with the PSEI ata, no? Nag-rally din right now today. Nag-rally ng 6, nag-rally siya patungong 6.9k ulit. 6.963. 6963, no? 6.963 tuloy. So about to break out of this trading range as well. So one of the clear catalyst din ng PSEI is of course yung USD PHP. So right now the dollar is weakening dahil dun sa dovish statements by Chair JPow. Right now possibly na mag-ano ulit siya, mag-retrace papuntang 55.30. So that's gonna be good for the local markets. So balik tayo sa US market since that's our main market. Hindi na muna tayo magdedwell on the local and crypto, but strong markets yung dalawang yun. Strong markets parehas right now. May mga magandang opportunities for that. So let's look at the segments. Ano yung mga sino ba yung mga clear winners natin yesterday? After the interest rate announcement and yung Fed meeting, pati economic projections. So looking at the main indices muna, no, sige. Pinaka nag-gain yesterday is our small caps, IWM. Next is the midcaps. Next is midcaps, next is the Nasdaq equal weighted, and the Nasdaq yung Qs natin. So that's the strongest gainers natin yesterday, no, or kanina. For our market segments, clear winner is the small cap value. So may mean reversion kang na-experience on small cap value. Next is the small cap core. So right now, we have strong bullish momentum on small caps right now, no? Based on what we are seeing dito sa daily changes. Looking at the weekly changes, pinaka nagli-lead right now is the small cap core. Next is the small cap growth and small cap value. So halos parehas lang sila ng weekly changes, no? So next is the mid cap mid cap core. But based on the RS and trend composite scores, we have a clear winner na as always yung mid cap growth natin and S&P 500 growth. So growth versus value, if you're a momentum or a swing trader, you can focus on mid caps and S&P names, yung mga large caps mo na growth related, no? Growth related names. So ito yung pwede mong tignan yung mga components. You can pause this video. You can look at the components and you can look for setups. So in mid cap growth, clear leader right now is VST. So SMCI, I'm not sure but nawala dito. But ayun, VST is an electric utilities company and it's on a clear uptrend. So meron tayo niyan at around 42.82 sa position trading portfolio. So right now, it's at around 67 area na, no? Up ng around 20%, 30%, halos 50% na actually since this consolidation structure. So clear, strong uptrend tong Vistra natin, Vistra Corp. So tagal din nag-base yan. So since 2018, nag-base yan. And after this base breakout, damn, lakas talaga, parabolic yung utilities company na to. Yun. Anyway, focus on mid-cap growth and small S&P 500 growth names if you're swing or a momentum trader. May mga opportunities din naman sa small cap but expect volatility in those segments. So next is the sector. Clear leader pa rin based on relative strength and trend is energy, comms, and financials, no? But based on the daily changes yesterday, sino ba yung mga pinaka nag-benefit from the dovish note by JPow? Pinaka nag-lead is consumer discretionary, halos 1.5% up this trading day. Next is the communication sector and financial sector and the rest. So materials and technology, nagkaroon ka din ng clear, strong movement. So for XLC, breaking out of this trading range, no? Let's look at this XLC. So a clear breakout of this multi-day trading range. So halos multi-week trading range, I'm sorry. So good breakout sa XLC. Looking at the big picture, you have this possible resistance area at $84. So may room for upside pa naman yung XLC. So ano ba yung mga names under that? You can look at Meta, Google, Disney, Netflix, and others. So madami ka pa namang emerging setups dyan. So in financials, nandyan yung Berkshire mo, JPM, BAC, and others, no? PGR. But PGR is mostly insurance related, no? But ayun, you can also focus on materials and consumer discretionary, no? Since may acceleration ka dyan na nakikita right now. So, interest rate sensitive din ang consumer discretionary. It is a strong risk on signal that the consumer discretionary sector is rallying after the Fed meeting, after the Fed interest rate decision. So, Amazon, Tesla, HT, dyan din yung Nike. So, I think Nike will release its earnings today, post-market, 4:30 p.m. So watch the consumer discretionary sector, no? Pwedeng magkaroon ka ng volatility diyan onte. Pwedeng on the upside, pwedeng on the downside, depende sa earnings din ni Nike later on. So pwedeng magkaroon ng spillover on sentiment, no? In relation dun sa earnings ni Nike. So for the market groups, clear leader ulit blockchain, no? Coming from top 14, top 15 yesterday, blockchain now leads the market groups, the market teams. So big daily change yesterday at around 5.41%. Next top gainer natin in terms of daily is online retail, IPOs, and transpo and travel tech, no? So yung away na ETF. So gold miners also accelerating, and your renewable energy names is mean reverting, no? Mean reverting or counter rallying. So mining and nuclear, yung Yura na ETF natin is also a gainer, no? Yesterday after the Fed meeting or after the Fed interest rate decision. So pwede nating hanapan ulit ng setups yung mga nuclear names natin. Okay. So let's look for setups, no? Semicon pala, I forgot to discuss, no? Semicon also reclaims the top 10 or top 5 pala, no? So Semicon was at around top 8 yesterday. Halos 4 ranks yung inangat niya. Ngayon, today. So home builders, still resilient, still inside the top 10 market groups. So nandyan yung DHI mo, LEN, etc. etc. So maganda. Medyo may onting lang tayo, bugs on the top components. Later on, ayusin ko yan. So, in home builders, something to look at is DHI, or a name to look at is DHI. This is a clear base, parang inverse head and shoulder. Clear all-time high breakout nung bandang December. And right now, actually, printing new all-time high tong DHI natin. Targets-wise, if pattern-based targets, next target is at around 165 or 170 na lang, no? Which is the 200% extension. And the next semi-round number area, no? DHI at 170, the next target. So for DHI, if you're a bull, for home builder names, you can buy on retest sa 158, no? A possible setup for DHI, or a potential emerging setup or tradable setup for DHI. So next is, ayun, Semicon. Let's look at NVDA again. So yesterday, along with the team, I discussed that may potential emerging setup pa rin yung NVIDIA natin. So this is a clear continuation pattern. So halos nag-range na siya for around a week or 2 weeks na rin. So 8 bars or 9 bar range na yan. And a clear breakout of 920 again is may possibility na magkaroon ulit ng follow-through momentum papuntang 1K level yung NVIDIA. So if you're gonna trade this NVIDIA name or this clear leader or the main leader in Semicon, pwede ka magantay ng mini coil. 'Di ba ngayon nag-breakout na siya sa downtrend line. You can trade a mini coil dito sa 915, 914 area. So tight stops, or pwede mong i-widen papuntang 880. You have an initial target at 1K. So that's a clear 2:1 reward risk. So I'm expecting a coil at 9:15, no? So pre-market right now actually breaking out of this mini coil. So pwede nating antayan ng isa pang coil dito sa 9:10, 9:15 range. So if you're gonna trade this and bebenta mo lang at 1K, you have a 2:1 reward risk for NVIDIA. So AMD, medyo mahina pa rin, no, actually. So for AMD, still on a downtrend, still pulling back, no, sa daily time frame, pulling back and trying to retest this trading range. So trying to retest this previous resistance as support level. So right now, gapping up, hindi pala, I'm sorry. Hindi pala gapping up. So opening 183. So slightly above the previous candle close. So up siya ng 1.82%. So a clear setup for AMD is a downtrend line breakout. So you have this clear pullback channel, no? So a clear breakout above 186, 189. You wait for a coil, then that's your buy on strength after the pullback, no, for AMD. So that's a clear actionable setup for AMD. So that's semicon. Next, for blockchain, nandyan pa rin, syempre, yung MSTR mo in Coinbase. Nag-pullback ng ilang araw lang, but right now, recovering, no? Yung ano natin, MSTR. So for now, for me, no, as a swing trader, medyo mahirap talaga i-trade yung MSTR since super volatile name. If ever man, pwede rin Coinbase, Coinbase na lang i-trade mo. Since it's still on an early stage markup. So this is your accumulation structure. Still on a mid-stage markup. Next target is at 440. So ito yung late stage target mo for Coinbase. So more room for upside for Coinbase. Let's look at the volume profile of this parallel trading range. Hanapin natin yung congestion areas. So actually 234 is the point of control of this trading range, no? 234. Tama ba? 234. So tumbok natin dito. 234. So, niretest niya lang yun. Nag-breakout initially. You have your break-even sellers coming in. Becoming aggressive sellers. You have your defensive buyers. Supporting price. Nag-support naman at 237, 238. Dun sa point of control. Then, right now, about to re-break this channel, no? This pullback channel. So, pwede naman, no? So, tingnan natin yung moving averages natin. So, kinis niya yung MA20 natin, this green line. And right now, on the hourly, you have a clear breakout of this trend line, no? So, you have these 2 points na connecting, a clear downtrend line, a clear resistance trend line of this pullback channel. So, right now, clear breakout, halos 8 candles na if considering extended trading hours. So, we can wait for a coil at around 250, 260 area. So that's your tradable trading range, no? For Coinbase. So gusto nating makita, mag-coil muna yan dyan. You wait for a coil, you buy the coil, breakout, your stops is at around 240. A tight cut, no? Or tight stop loss for Coinbase since you're expecting a follow-through momentum, no? For Coinbase. So in terms of the 1 hour time frame, still not aligned with the daily time frame. Your MA20 still below MA100. So much better if you wait. You wait muna to cross above MA100 if you're trading the hourly. But looking at the 30-minute time frame, no, most likely aligned na yung trend natin with the daily time frame. So if you're gonna trade this, no, for me, pwedeng 15-minute, 30-minute time frame, much clearer yung yung structures mo na pwedeng i-trade. So that's Coinbase, another tradable setup. So nandito tayo sa stocks in focus. Right now, medyo nag-jump lang tayo, hindi pa natin nakikita yung main market internals. But ayun, we will proceed toward that. Other names to look at, no, for me is AROC. If your bias is that US oil is gonna still produce a run up. So right now, medyo mabagal lang, no, sorry. So AROC is about to print new all-time high as well. So recently nag-breakout yan sa, I'm sorry, hindi pala all-time high, but multi-year high. Medyo malamig lang dito, sorry sa outdoor tayo eh. Outdoor office or outdoor workstation. So need nating maarawan palagi. So for AROC, let's look at the weekly time frame. Medyo mabagal lang mag-load. So multi-year breakout since 2014, almost a decade. So right now, testing this value area low of this trading range. So ito yung parallel trading range of AROC. So coming from this area up to this area or this point, you have your value area low serving as your resistance, no? At $20. So isarado mo na $20. Next resistance is at $24.62, $25. So that's AROC. So for me, this is a clear tradable setup, no? Pullback to MA20, a breakout of this downtrend line or resistance trend line, no? And right now about to break out of this trading range. So if you're looking at boxes or box ranges, yan. So breakout above 50%, na-hold niya yung 50% for many days, and right now about to break out the about to print new 52-week high etong AROC natin. So that's AROC. So recently, nag-add tayo dyan, and we also added in our portfolio itong Lyft, no? So Lyft is actually a transportation name. So main idea natin is it's transitioning to an early stage markup. So this is our accumulation base for Lyft. IPO play din siya. So nag-IPO noong 2019. This is our trading range na halos bearish bias, and nag-clear downtrend siya for many years. So halos 3-year downtrend, 2-year downtrend yung Lyft natin. So looking at this trading range, you have your value area low and point of control at $28. So medyo manipis yung volumes natin dito. So expecting that little to no break-even sellers will serve as resistance at this area. So main bias ko for Lyft, since ayun nga, it's transitioning to an early stage markup along with this good earnings reaction. So good EPS beat, good earnings, good revenues as well. So nag-breakout sa downtrend line, you have this earnings gapper, and after that nag-coil, and right now about to break out of this trading range. So that's Lyft. Main targets ko is at around $28. So I have AROC for my swing portfolio. I have Oracle, SoundHound still holding. Same with Microsoft, no? So Microsoft all-time high breakout, a pre-earning swing play basically. So same with my play noong January. So 30 days, 20 days before earnings release for mega caps and main names, no, or major names sa isang industry, sa isang sector, may high probability pre-earning swing play for that. Knowingly, may tailwinds din coming from the main index and other macro stuff or macro factors. So Microsoft about to re-break this swing high, yung swing high nung unang attempt of all-time high breakout dito sa trading range na yan. So kala ko bulltrap yan. Actually, stopped out ako sa isa kong portfolio at around 414. Right now, about to re-break again, 427, 428. So that's good for me. So other names to look at, no? Kava, all-time high as well, an IPO play as well. So, few weeks ago, I'm a big advocate, or parang pinupush ko talaga sa community namin na to trade IPO plays, since, ayun nga, nandito na tayo sa peak rate hike cycle, no? So, high probability na magkaroon ng place ulit sa IPO segments natin, IPO themes, no? So, Kava, right now, about to break out again sa all-time high. So other all-time high names na IPO related, so NXT, so slightly below all-time high. Medyo na fade lang, close below MA20, but still you have a clear trading range dito, no? After earnings. So this is still tradable for me, no, NXT. So renewables related, solar related, but more of electronics, no, yung sinusupply ni NXT. So if it re-breaks or breaks above 59 area, the MA20 area, MA20 dynamic resistance area, that's gonna be a good sign for me to rebuy this name. So that's NXT. So for AMD, no, kanina discuss ko na yung trading setup dyan. You wait for a clear breakout muna on the lower time frame and wait for a coil. So other names, no, eto, binabantayan ko tong Signet Jewelers. Ganda ng base niya, but right now medyo alanganin eh. Nung earnings release, nag-gap down. For now, stay away from this name. So other names to look at is JBlue, no? Clear base after this square root pattern breakout. So nag-ano siya, no? Strong decline, recapitulate, create ng multi-month base. So JBlue, meron din siyang catalyst na na-cancel yung merger with Spirit Airlines. So that's a good catalyst actually for JBlue, no? Since medyo liability si Spirit Airlines recently. So ayan, re-breaking MA20. So that's a good sign for JBlue. At the same time, looking at the Jets na ETF, no? Looking at Jets, big picture, you have this clear downtrend line na pwedeng mag-breakout na yung Jets natin, no? On this downtrend line. After this breakout, next target mo sa 22.59 eh, 22.60. $23 na lang, no? Isarado mo na dun. So medyo maganda yung reward risk for this ETF, no? If you are gonna trade airline names, pwedeng bilhin mo na lang yung Jets on its own. So pero for me, pwedeng trade ko pa din tong JBlue. So many swing setups right now. Daming swing setups right now. So almost 37 minutes in na tayo. So let's proceed with the macro. Let's proceed with looking at the market internals and the pre-market heat maps, no? Para lang din mapabilis tayo. So starting with the DXY. Kahapon medyo nag-alanganin tayo na nag-breakout or nag-clear breakout tayo sa MA100, and right now good thing that we are below MA100 and MA50 again. And inside this downtrending channel, no? So this downtrend channel. Short-term downtrending channel. So right now, this is a good sign for equities na below MA100 na ulit tayo. So that will serve as a tailwind. So for US 10-year, note yields, TNX, pwedeng TNX na lang, US 10-year, US 10Y. No? So looks like nag-resist na siya at 4.3%. So that's a good sign for our US 10-year yields. So right now, I'm expecting na magkaroon ng another wave downward papuntang 4%, 4.1% etong US 10-year natin. Bear case, if it re-breaks 4.34%, that's gonna be bad for equities based on the TNX benchmark. For US oil, no, main inflation marker natin, same with the copper, same with Dr. Copper. So copper is actually on a short-term uptrend na, no? You have your MA20 above MA50 and MA50 above MA100. And actually broke above this multi-month range. Ito, yung range na yan. So clear breakout above $4 din, no? Etong copper natin. So balik tayo US oil, I'm sorry, no? US oil, a clear breakout din dito sa inverse head and shoulder, complex inverse head and shoulder inside this accumulation range, no? So, nag-support at 69, nag-produce ng inverse head, and right now, many months na rin above the MA100, etong US oil natin. Siyempre, no, what we want is lower US oil prices or oil prices, no, basically. But right now, parang sinashrug off na nga rin ng market yung higher inflation and higher US oil prices. galing na mismo kay JPow, no? Parang yung inflation na yan, yung resurgence of inflation is expected. Wag lang umabot sa punto na multiple months nang nag-reaccelerate yung inflation mo. So that's US oil. So actually still bearish, or parang that's bearish. That's a bearish signal for equities, but all in all, since the market does not give a fuck again for inflation, okay naman na kahit umangat yan. Baka nga preferred pa nila umangat yan no? Syempre, fiscal dominance and lahat ng stimulus is coming from the fiscal side. Issuance of bills, issuance of notes, deficit spending. So kailangan nila ng inflation talaga, no, to inflate away yung deficit spending. So that's US oil. Anyway, hindi ko na muna masyado expound yun. Lastly is our Fed liquidity, no? Looking at the central bank Fed liquidity benchmark natin. So still on a downtick, strong downtick actually, no? Halos downtick papuntang 6.44 trillion right now. But last week, medyo good sign that we experience an uptick in liquidity. So actually, itong Fed liquidity natin, ang pinaka main na tinitignan natin is end of week, during Fridays, no? At the close. So every end of week, dun mo talaga malalaman if you have a net liquidity injection or net liquidity drain. So last week, we experienced a net liquidity injection at around 40 billion, 39 billion. So that supported the market, no? Before the Fed meeting, actually. So kahit na umangat yung TNX mo, kahit na umangat yung dollar mo, since you have your net liquidity injections at around 40 billion, na-support niya yung market. So that's my main thesis on the price action last week. And this week pala, no? This trading week, I'm sorry. So, ayun. Right now, you have your reverse repo facility. May net liquidity injections ka dito net liquidity drain from the reverse repo facility ng around 50 billion, 49 billion. So, depende pa rin yan actually end of week. Paminsan, may mga big drops yan end of week. So, that's our Fed liquidity. Global liquidity, still, medyo may red flag tayo in terms of our global liquidity. So, right now, end of week or as of today, this 12 trading week, nagbe-break below siya or nagko-close below siya dito sa trading range na yan. So, this is a bad sign for our global liquidity. So, that's the main idea. So, ang gusto natin, syempre, is rising global liquidity. Syempre, most likely, buhat na rin ng BOJ interest rate hikes. Pwedeng dahil doon. Hindi na natin masyado titignan yung details ng Japan assets. But actually, Japan assets is increasing, no, as of today. 0.05%. Ang main source of drain natin is coming from ECB and actually coming from the Fed, the central bank of US, no? So ayun, depende pa rin yan end of week. So we shall see. So all in all, considering macro benchmarks, may headwinds ka pa rin coming from US oil, but since the market does not care about inflation anymore right now, I think all good naman, all tailwinds na for now. Since medyo risk on signal na yung pinapakita ng TNX natin and DXY. So that's it. No, that's it muna, no, for our macro benchmarks. Sige, di na lang natin na di-discuss is yung stock heat maps. So, yesterday, ito yung heat map natin. So, volume times price, value traded, yung laki ng box. And yung natin, yung colors natin is based on the 1x multiplier, no? Negative 3% to positive 3%. So, all over the board, you have good buying, strong buying coming from all sectors. So, Tesla up 2%, Avgo 3% up, SMCI down 1.59%. So, medyo may bearishness ka na experience sa SMCI. For MU, Micron 2.39%, Apple 1.47%, Pinduoduo 3.52%. So good earnings release, although na-dump end of day yung Pinduoduo natin, PDD. Let's look at the daily. So gap up, open, then slam dunk, no? So tignan natin yung next coming days of PDD if mag-creep upward siya sa 50% of this earnings candle, no? So much better if it reclaims 138, no? And rebreaks this 50-day SMA line, this blue line. So ni-retest niya lang yan, no? So as long as it's holding your MA50, MA100, okay pa yung PDD natin. So MSTR up 9% yesterday, Mara as well. Significant momentum. So CLSK, no? One of the Bitcoin names or crypto names, up ng 22%. So CLSK. So good setups for CLSK, same with your Coinbase. So you have this clear setup na pwede mong i-trade, no? So parang ano siya, almost a month base, 1 month base na siya. A rebreak or a breakout of this RTL is your signal to enter CLSK. So manage your risk, medyo pwede mong i-widen yung stops mo. So syempre, mababawasan yung position size mo for that. Maliit yung position size mo dyan for sure. So ito yung afternoon session yesterday. Same, no? Volume times price, value traded yung tinitignan natin, not only market cap. Medyo boring yun. Gusto natin hanapin yung mga clear volume leaders natin, clear value traded leaders natin, yung mga actively traded. So good thing that on the afternoon session, nag-recover yung SMCI, but end of day, still down, no? AMD up on the afternoon session ng 2.74%. You have your Coinbase accelerating ng 7% and MSTR. So halos afternoon session siya nag-accelerate, no? So pre-market, let's look at the pre-market session. So lagay natin at 0.5x multiplier. So same thing, you have your volume times price, your value traded as your size of the box or your boxes of your heat map, and yung pre-market change. So big pre-market leaders natin is MU. No, na-release yung earnings niya. You have your A-Lab, your Dell up 2%, you have your Amazon slightly up 0.56% lang. Tesla up ng 1.2%. No? So if you're gonna day trade your if you're gonna focus on day trading, pwedeng focus ka on MU. May possible opportunity ka dyan. Same with pwedeng ARM. Tignan nga natin yung ARM. No? So gapping up around 1.45% yung ARM natin. So clear setup din, no, for ARM. So recently nag-IPO lang din yan. One of the semicon leaders din. So laki ng revenues niya and malaki yung niya moat score ng ARM, no. Malaki yung moat score niya. So siya yung leading one of the leading semicon names right now, yung ARM. So a breakout of this downtrend line or this resistance trend line can be your initial signal, no, to re-enter in ARM. So actually you have this anchored VWAP na if it breaks above 134, 135, pwede mo na siyang i-rebuy, or that's a signal that the buyers are stepping in dito sa ARM holdings natin. So, good setup for ARM. Other names to look at, sige, tignan natin in terms of the breadth screener. So, let's look at the market breadth. So, up this pre-market, you have 330 names, no? Below 0% this pre-market. So, mga decliners natin this pre-market are only 53 names, no? So, basically, you have 3 advancers for 1 decliner or more than that pa. So, clear momentum, no, on the upside. Yung nakikita natin this pre-market session. So, we might experience a follow-through momentum for our for our main indices and the broader market, no? So let's look at the strong leaders this pre-market. You have your MU, you have your live wire. Though market cap medyo small cap pa siya. Actually small cap pa tong live wire natin. Tingnan nga natin. LVWR. Let's look at the setup. So still on a downtrend, nag-gap up lang. Ano ba yung ano nito? Anyway, hindi pa naman siya earnings but tingnan nga natin yung volume. So small volume lang eh. So hindi mo masyado dapat tignan yan. So year to date down negative 40%. So you have your Micron na lang, no, as your top gainers or top leaders this pre-market session. So we have SMR up ng 9%. So volatile name to eh. Volatile name. So nuclear related but more of supplying the power plants, no, or power plant structure for nuclear. Parang modular nuclear tong SMR. So ni-retest na lang yung MA20 and right now up ng around 9.5% SMR natin. So since the IPO ng 2021, strong downtrend as well. Maybe creating this accumulation structure or this is your accumulation structure na, no, for SMR. Right now it's on a strong uptrend or strong early stage markup, no, yung SMR natin. So if ever man, pwedeng gawin ng SMR natin since ito yung pinakita niyang structure, pullback structure, medyo aggressive. Expect a price action na pwede mag-coil ng ganyan. If malakas talaga yung SMR. If hindi, it will retest this level, no? Yung 3 or $4 level natin for SMR. SMCI also up ng 5% this pre-market. You have Western Digital 5% up. Although not too significant volume. In terms of volume, you have SMCI as a significant na may pre-market volume na significant. And MU. So, diyan ka na lang tumingin if you're gonna day trade those names, no? So, MU, positive earnings, good earnings. So, that's gonna be positive for the semicon names, no? Or semicon sector. So, ganda. EPS beat around 266%. So, this is your multi-year base. So, complex cup and handle or double bottom, whatever. Parang ano siya, big base na lang, no? Big accumulation or reaccumulation base. So, this is your all-time high, no? So, wala naman na tayong tatahakin or babanggain na resistance areas. So, mga profit takers na lang yung kalaban mo dito for MU. So, targets-wise, main targets is at 150 or initial targets is at 150, 1618 target. And then a 200% target based on the accumulation structure is at around 200 or 190 area for MU. So, right now, pre-market up ng 16% and breaking above the $100 mark, no? Century level round number. So, if ever MU pulls back or mag-pull back si MU, watch MA100 tuloy. Watch the $100 level. Medyo deep na siya. Medyo deep na yan. Pero, that's a clear retest, no, for me. If you're gonna trade the fade, yung MU, sa MU. So, syempre, mahirap din expect na magkaroon pa ng follow-through tong MU natin. Expecting a retest or retracement papuntang 102. So if you're really bullish on MU, you can buy at the 102 area. So, ayun. That's our pre-market prep. Ang pinaka hindi na lang natin nakikita is yung market monitors natin. So, let's look at the market monitor. So, this is your log data. This is our log data of net advanced declines, net volume spikes, and others. So, ito yung short-term, short-term internals natin, yung advanced decline. Net advances of 2.86K. So, for every 4 advancers, you have 1 decliner. So, clear, strong run or clear, strong rally, no, or momentum coming from the net advanced decline data. So, net volume spikes also at a positive. No, actually, Net on net, you have more names na nag-create ng volume spike and ended at a positive. So intraday momentum, daily momentum ratio. So wild na 3.36 yung ratio natin yesterday, no. So for every halos 3:1 yung ano mo, yung ratio mo, no. 3:1. So mas madaming up more than 5% yesterday versus down more than 5% yesterday. So that's a clear signal na meron kang aggressive buyers dahil dun sa Fed meeting din and sa news na nirelease or parang statements din ni Fed JPow. So net 20-day new high, new low data for the first time after 4 days ended at a positive. Your 52-week high data accelerating coming from this area, 25-26 levels, naging 182 net on net. So 50-day new high, new low data, looking at the 50-day structures, you have more names breaking above their 50-day structures versus breaking down or breaking below their 50-day structures. So a clear sign of momentum. Same with your 20-day SMA data. Mas madami ng names above 20-day SMA versus names below 20-day SMA. And for the first time after many days, for 9 days, nag-end at a positive yung weekly performance ratio natin. So mas madami ng names na above or up 10% this trading week versus down this trading week. So hindi pa lang natin naayos yung momentum signals natin. May mga inaayos pa tayong trend signals on our main index. But all in all, from a top-down perspective, bottom-up perspective, sobrang bullish. Sobrang bullish ng market right now. So, strong tailwinds coming from the statements of Chair JPow. So, very dovish. As expected, yung 3 rate cuts by the market. Medyo dovish din yung statements on labor data or labor market increases. If parang sinasabi ni Chair JPow na kahit tumaas yung labor market natin or maging stronger yung labor market natin, we don't care, we will still cut rates, no? Maybe ang ginagawa nila is to protect din na walang masira sa economy, no, or sa financial system or sa banking system. Syempre, the more na mas matagal at higher rates, higher interest rates, medyo mahihirapan yung banking system mo and financial system mo. Yun. So, all in all, liquidity, in terms of liquidity, maganda yung nakikita natin sa sa Fed liquidity data natin. So, a clear rebreak or a clear breakout of 6.5 trillion end of week, that's strong risk on signal for me, no? Based on the Fed liquidity. So that ends my pre-market prep so far. In terms of risk events, meron tayong upcoming initial jobless claims. Double check natin. So today, may jobless claims tayo. High impact news yan. Global manufacturing PMI today to be released din as well. And services PMI to be released as well. March data, no? Existing home sales to be released din today. High impact news yan. And may follow through Fed speak tomorrow si Chair Powell. So, let's see. Sana hindi rug pull, sana hindi bulltrap yung makita natin. But based on what we are seeing from the market internals and all indices, the sectors, the industries and teams, talagang risk on yung market natin right now. Yun, sige. Till next time, if you watch this on YouTube, please like, subscribe, and if you're watching this on Facebook, like nyo na lang yung page, follow nyo yung page for more daily preps, no? So ginagawa natin to 3 times a week, no? Yung two pre-market preps is focused on the community, yung internal community ko. Mainly on setup hunting and recalibration of positions. So, nire-reveal natin yung mga positions natin doon and nagbibigay tayo ng game plan all in all. So, yan. Ingat kayo, God bless, and goodbye. See you on the next Daily Prep.